What's up?
Welcome to the exchange. We're back. Getting ready to exchange some information, some ideas, and some funnies. Okay, so I am your host, Khadijah Greer.
And I'm DeMar Greer.
And I'm Isaiah Strotter.
And I'm Monique Strotter.
Man, I never know how to say my name hecka cool. Like I have one of those names you really can't say it cool, like unless you have like a really deep voice. So I just don't know. Like people's, I'll be like, I'm DeMar. It's DeMar. It's Mar. It's Mar. No, it's Mar.
No, don't say that.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's DeMar.
No, but you don't have to make it.
D-Smoke.
No.
Oh,
sorry, taking.
Yeah, it is taking. Yeah, about that. You're right. D-Dot. Okay, anyway. All right, so today we wanted to do something a little bit different. We wanted to switch up the momentum today. We've been on like some real serious topics lately, right? So Monique decided to switch it up. She wanted to do something a little more organic, a little more fun. So we're going to do like couples questions today. Yeah, we got some questions that we're going to ask each other. And
you guys watching too, because you are our third set of co-hosts. So please make sure that you chime in, you comment, you if you're see this on YouTube, make sure you like, subscribe, share, ring the notification bell, and all the other things that they tell you to do on the YouTubes. But right now we're streaming live to Facebook, so interact with us. Be our third set of co-hosts. All right.
Just drinking my sea moss. Just drinking my sea moss. Just drinking my sea moss by cola. That's all. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. Let's start with these questions here. So keep in mind that we're married and the Strotters are married as well. So the answers could vary, right? Because we're older too.
Yeah, we OGs, they YGs. So
you know what I'm saying? They YGs.
Yeah.
So the answers might differ. You feel me? But let's see what they talking about. Let's see what these guests talking about. Okay, first question. We're gonna ask you the first question. So you got a piece of paper? No looking, no cheating. All right. Can you still have friends of the opposite sex?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like her chin said no. I don't know.
I don't know what she said, but I know what I say. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what I say.
Okay. And time's up. All right. So, can you still have friends of the opposite sex? Please tell us what you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes.
She said yes, but.
Ooh.
What's that but?
What's a but?
Do tell.
Now, what kind of friends is we talking about here, though?
Okay, so learning experience. My husband has a lot of female friends.
Oh, Minister Strotter.
How are we gonna start this on me?
He has a lot of female friends, all lovely people.
You say all ugly people?
Huh?
You said all ugly? All ugly?
Lovely.
I'm just telling you. Okay.
That's a Freudian slip. I heard ugly.
I heard ugly too. But go ahead.
That was another thing. None of them were ugly, and I was just like, not a single one.
Not one.
But very early on, we were young, so when you're 19, dating someone older and everything, he was older, he was more mature. But I was a little intimidated at first. Like I was a little a lot of female ism going on over here, and I don't know any of these people. So I say yes, but because I feel like as the man, you have to make it a point to set boundaries so that your significant other is comfortable and can see that, if they were to cross the line, that it would be cut off in an instant. Mm-hmm. So that was a learning thing.
Also, if you do have those female friends or male friends, have respectable relationships. Don't make it to where your spouse or significant other may or will have any reason to feel jealous or insecure about them in any way, except for things they may be having in their own mind. You can't really control that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you have respectable relationships, and also don't cut off all your friends. There's no need for that. I did that with a few friends, and I was like, man, there was no point in me doing that. I
didn't tell him to do that.
Yeah, she didn't tell me to do that. I just thought.
You just thought that was the right thing to do.
Some of them were smart to cut off because I mean, it avoided a lot of unnecessary situations. But other ones it was unnecessary. So then we had to kind of rekindle those relationships, and it's all good now. But don't jump.
Now wait a minute. So when you were talking about friends, because we from the old school, so a lot of friends we call friends. The friends with benefits were still friends, right? So are we talking about just like friends, like, or are we talking about friends that may have a little sound?
I don't think we should. No, let's not.
We ain't gonna ask that.
We ain't gonna ask that.
Okay, I'm just asking.
They're newlywed and they're expecting a baby in less than a week. So
my deal is full disclosure. If I'm going somewhere and you know this person is going to be there, I don't need exact details, but I need to know exactly where you went and where you ended. So I'm not looking at this girl like a plum fool while she out here kikiing about doing X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? So like I need to filter. And the same thing with me. You know, if I'm going somewhere and I know someone's gonna be there, I'll be like, hey, FYI, unpredictability. This is what happened up until this point. So you should know, you know, like
such and such is here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That I think is respectful. Because I mean, it's not like you can avoid these. First of all, SAC is not that big. You will run into people. That was an issue for us.
I haven't run into any of my exes in years.
No. Definitely had our fair share.
No, you did.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say we a little different though, right? So like,
yeah, all my friends are guys, all his friends are girls, and but we can't have no friends that we used to sleep with. Like that's primarily his rule, so I follow it, and it has to be. So if I'm following the rule, then the rule has to apply to him too, because I didn't really care. I didn't care. I feel like this is why I feel like you work out all your kinks before. Like if this been my friend for 20 years, if we was gonna hook up, we would have did that in the last 20 years. Like that's not my thing now. And most of my friends are like my very close friends. They're like my brothers, my family member. I'm like, that's my brother. That's such and such. You know how black folks is. And his first question is, how actually are you related? Like who mama is who?
There was a lot of
mama and brother is related, right?
There was a lot of this is my cousin. I said, you don't have that many. Your mom don't have that many siblings. So where exactly is the bloodline ending? Where is the blood? I need the blood.
Why is it all getting thrown on me? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
you know why? Because your family members were the first ones that you played house with, most of y'all. So I don't. So family, I don't trust them. I don't even trust your brother. I don't even know. I don't know. I gotta check his schedule, see when he coming and going. I got a lot of family in the house.
Okay, he's stupid.
Yeah.
He's stupid. Yeah, I'm okay with him having like female friends. I think one of our rules that we had to implement, was no new friends if they're not our friends. So any new female friends that he has is our female friend, and any new male friend is our male friend. If that's the case, if they can't be both of our friends, they can't be either of our friends.
I don't want no friends. No
friends. We don't need no new ones.
I don't want no male friends.
Yeah, he got his few, his solid, and he's like, that's it. He doesn't really expand.
Yeah. So she had a new friend, the oil man. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? So let's not talk about the oil man. Let's go to the next question because I
That's the funniest thing in the world, guys. That's so funny. Literally got this man's card at the liquor store when he was filling up his oil dispensary. He didn't have my incense. So he delivered the incense to me after I called the business card and was like, this is the scent that I want. Now he's my friend.
Yeah, I don't know.
I still had to pay for it.
Oil. I just wanted to know what oil, because when you say the oil man, I'm like, what oil? Like
Which oil?
Some African oils, because all of these carry different weight.
An African oil. She like African, so I just gotta watch out for her. Anyway,
he was from Boston, and he old as my granddaddy, so.
I don't know. Black don't crack. Anyway, that's not even the point. All right, so next question. Next question is this, and you guys can ask this one here.
Let's see. How much time should you spend with your single friends?
Oh. Man, you know what? On this one, we can write this down, but it'll be a lot. But I think on this one right here, hold on. I think this will vary on. It depends on the maturity of the relationship and on the people itself. Because sometimes your boys I think maybe 5-6 years ago, we was a little more. Maybe 10 years ago was a bit wilder. You know what I'm saying? So we was into a lot of nefarious things. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's my word.
But now, nowadays, my folks is about business and about getting themselves together, and whether that be single or not, they.
Wait, where the camera at? That's how many. 1 day annually.
Wow.
Annually.
Wow.
No wonder you ain't making new friends. You on rotation with the ones that you got.
Look, I think you need to have friends, and all your friends are not gonna have mates, right? You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, you have to have a release, a get out. You have to, you know what I'm saying? Just because your friends are single does not mean that y'all don't kick it no more. It's up to you to respect your relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any partners that's going to take me on a trip, to Brazil and try to get me, you know what I'm saying, faded and X-rated.
They was trying to take him to Vegas, though.
We go to Miami, though.
Yeah, his friends tried to take him to Miami the first year of our relationship. I was like,
let's go. Let's go to Mark.
He went with me instead. Okay.
Right. And he went to Vegas.
If you went to Miami, I will be there.
You ain't gotta tell everybody.
I've seen South Beach. Okay. Let's see what y'all do down there.
Cracks, yeah.
Okay. So okay. But to answer that question, to really bog down on that, I think it's really up to you to monitor your own self. If you are going and kicking it with your partners and you feel like it's gonna be a problem, then that's a problem with you. You know what I'm saying?
You probably shouldn't even be in a relationship.
Yeah, you don't even need to be in a relationship.
If you don't trust your own self.
Right. True.
Right.
What about you guys?
I feel like that was a lot harder with us being young. And being in a committed relationship, because all of our friends at the time were pretty much single, doing the, whatever it is that they wanted to do. So when I remember
whole activity?
I
ain't busting nobody out.
Stuff with my friends. Okay.
So I'm going around. It is the culture. But I definitely remember having a conversation with one of my closest friends, and I was they were asking me, do you want to go out with us to this bar? And I was oh, I need to ask Isaiah if he's cool with that. And so we got in this whole conversation, and I'm just once you in a relationship, you ask, you make sure that this is your partner is comfortable with these sort of situations, because I know what happens, in a bar, just making sure that he knows where I am, to make sure that I'm safe if anything happens to us, So it's just those things that they didn't really understand young, spending all of our time together and everything like that. So,
and it's a huge respect thing as well when it comes to, when we say ask, we're not oh, you have to go check in with your significant other, unless that's your guys' relationship. It's more of a respect thing, saying, hey, I'm about to go out with my friends. How do you feel about it? Are you okay with it? Or do we already have plans? It's checking in, it's communication, really. That's the biggest thing. And I'll also say, with hanging out with your single friends or any friends, period, it shouldn't be no more time than you spend with your significant other.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to put that out there, because I already know that probably some people is oh, I hang with my boys every night after work, whoop-de-whoop. Nah, you doing too much. Nah, you doing too much.
I've been in that relationship. That is,
yeah.
They ain't always with their boys, or they ain't always with their girls if they got to hang out with them every day. So
exactly. And it's gotten a lot easier the older we get. When we first started dating, it was harder because, we're still going to parties. Me and my boys were huge partiers. We put on parties and stuff. So it was a change from we're going to all these parties. I was sophomore, junior year of college to, all right, my girl's going to show up to this party because I mean, she liked party too. So now my girl's going to show up to this party. So it was a huge flip.
Yeah, make sure you act basically what it is.
Get your life together, brother.
Order.
Yeah.
No, I think it's cool though now because I mean, if he goes somewhere and I don't go, they'll like ask where I'm at, so that makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm part of it.
That's nice.
And now, just like DeMar said, we all about our business now. Like, it was funny. My mom not too long ago was asking about one of my boys. She ain't seen him in a minute. It's like, where's he at? I'm like, Mom, like, I ain't seen none of them in like at least a couple months. I'm like, we all jobs, businesses started. Like, shoot, babies on the way. It's crazy because my best friend had a baby a month before we're having one. So it's what the heck? we old now.
So everybody, for you guys, your friends, everybody's growing up, right? Which tends to happen, right? We don't want to be 50 years old in the club like Martin was talking about, looking for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Not at 50, not at 45, right?
No.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
All right, next question. This is a question for you guys right here.
Ooh-wee.
Should you tone down your sexy after marriage? Like should it get a little more discreet after?
Turn it down.
Turn down. Or do you want to JT him and bring your sexy back?
Or do you still want your wife to bring
in a relationship?
Do you want your wife still to bring all the boys to the?
Or do you want her milkshake to bring all the boys to the yard?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I can answer that without writing it down.
Well, give me the answer, sir.
That'll be too long.
Yes or no, though.
Yeah, yes
or no.
I don't know. That's a complicated. Like, I don't know. Like me, this is gonna be different for me than other people.
Well, it is.
I'm confident, so I'm not saying she's gonna be bringing her milkshake to the yard or nothing, but. I honestly got with my wife because she's pretty, so I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, go put on a big old sweater," because we're now married. Nah, bro, you can still walk out there with the same stuff you was wearing that caught my eye. I ain't
it wasn't my heart and mind that caught it.
No, obviously not. That's
He said, "I cannot see your heart or your mind."
Obviously not.
The eye, honey, the eye.
I was just being 100. It surely wasn't.
You did good too, Zay. You did good.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm not trying to say go put on a big sweater and nothing like that. But I mean, like, you ain't about to switch out and go put on some lace to go to a club or something like that. Something you wasn't wearing when I first spotted you. Don't get crazy now. Just like she wouldn't like me. I mean,
honestly, I don't even let him walk out the house in gray sweatpants. I'm not playing. I say yes.
This guy loved to go out the house in the front of the house with no shirt on. I'm like, oh, you taking a pass? Okay, it's
that's like the only thing I have left now. That's the only thing I have left.
Look, you met me wearing no shirt.
Exactly.
You love Africa.
He literally caught my eye running around the job with no shirt on. So yeah. On his lunch break, he was running, and I was like, "Who is that dude?" I was like, "That's the dude from downstairs."
I was fishing.
That's not that guy. That's the dude from downstairs. Like, okay.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Like I want people to want my wife. Like, I want people to know, like, yo, my wife is attractive. I mean, it's not like you can't put a muumuu on her and hide, what she dragging. So it's like, it's really like, it is what it is, But I want people to like what I got, you know what I'm saying, as well, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind him being.
But I do hear you, Zay. I don't, we ain't got to pull nothing out just to, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it in at least.
I'm about to go get a lace outfit, go to the club.
I feel like I've gotten more modest. Like
it's like me and DeMar going to the club too. You going? Like we all going.
We all going.
Look, we be sleep at 9 o'clock. Ain't nobody going no club.
Day club.
Right. It got to be in the daytime. We be tired.
Right. But I definitely feel like I got more modest after we got married. Like I was like, I don't know. I think I had a distorted view of what a wife was. So I was like, okay, like, I need to just make sure that I don't give, and not to sound like conceited or anything, but not to give any unwelcome attention or anything like that. Make it known that, you know, I am spoken for and everything like that. And so he has been the one that's just like, no, you should wear this. And I'm like, where's the rest of it?
Because we want to still feel the attract, like we're visual beings as men, right? So we
walk in the house
to be turned on.
When I walk in the house, or if I see you in the store, I'm like, "Hey, yo, baby." I still want to be able to do that.
Yeah,
I don't care. We've been married for 20 years. Hey, yo, baby, how you doing?
First of all, he drives by the car, like he'll drive by the house in the car like that. Like, you live here, sir. What are you doing?
Right. That's crazy. Yeah, tone your sexy down after marriage. I do. I have. He doesn't like it at all. One bit. Like, I'm like, I want to be more modest. Like, I'm not out here trying to catch nobody. You know, your girl is cute or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm shapely or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my personality is like bomb fire. You know what I'm saying? I got the jokes and I can sing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm humble. But, but yeah, no, I'm just like, okay, I just don't want to be distracted. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of keep it, you know, try to keep it under tucks. But he's like, no, bro, you need to put some, you got something tighter, you got something shorter, you got something. I'm like, okay, I guess. Like last night, he had an event last night that he did poetry at, and I was the only one in there looking sexy.
It was heck of church folks in there, man. She was literally naked. We didn't know it was a church event. They said it wasn't, but it was literally a church event. So anyway, she was naked, and we performed and prayed after. It was good. But modest. Yeah, I mean, I don't want you to look like a grandma. But we still sexy. We early 40s. We still, you know, we still got it.
At least
what is the new like 29?
At least look our age. Like, that's my main thing. Yeah. At least age. We're still young. I'm like, I'm 24. She's 23. Like, nah, bro. We still under 25. We still young.
Yeah.
So. I forgot what age I was.
A 20-year age difference between us guys. All right, so that's good. Okay, so
all right, next question.
We can stay sexy. That's
next question.
Yeah, we're gonna stay sexy. Next question for you guys is
wait, isn't this their question?
Yeah, it's our question. Are conversations with exes okay?
No,
write it down. Nah, y'all gotta write it down.
We need to ask y'all this question because we don't want to answer
this is an unresolved question.
Yeah, write this down.
Okay, we're gonna answer. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You got to put yours in the camera. Yes and no is his answer.
Mine is yes and no. Hers is yes. This is the reason why I say yes and no. No, because I don't trust Negroes. Because I'm one. Two, yes, I say yes because we have a blended family. So there's no way that
children.
we could.
So you're saying yes if you have children, but if y'all ain't got children, then
if you ain't got no children, then you ain't got nothing to talk about. To me, that's just me personally. Like, you know, that's my personal opinion. Like, if it's over, then yeah, y'all just didn't make it. Sorry. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Find a new friend.
So mine is yes, because I feel like sometimes you have friendships and then you try to move to another zone that you should have stayed in the friend zone. And when you go to that other zone, you realize, nah, you should have just been my partner. And you can keep it there just at your partner. Yeah. But because he's a guy, he understands the guy's mind, they gonna always try to get back. Like, always trying to do something, always trying to hit or whatever it is that guys are thinking to do.
Yeah, if I hit it before, I'm probably sure I can hit it again. That's in my mind.
That's in
right.
That's true.
So you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really just trying to alleviate all the stress on her and having to fight off guys. Like, what's the point?
It's true in guys' mind, but it's not true in real life. I will tell you, as women, if we don't want you no more, we don't want you no more. That's just period. That's just bottom line. We're not, just because you had it before, don't mean we got to deal with old comfortable penis. Like, I may want some. Clearly, I didn't stay. It wasn't good enough for me to stay through all this other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and try out something new.
Wow. I'm amazing. So I just feel like if I want it again, then I'm gonna get it again. So I feel like what I'm saying. That's just how I feel, So.
What about you guys? Yes or no?
I say no. Like, no. I really don't care if y'all was the best of friends. Okay. Right. Like 2 peas in a pod for however many years. I really don't care if they know all your deepest secrets.
Right.
Find a new friend. Be gone. Because honestly, as a woman, you know that I don't know. I feel like women sneaky. Just sneaky.
Women can be sneaky.
And so it's always those sly comments. Okay, but your husband is still DMing me or talking to me. So da. Yeah, I don't want no opportunity for that because that's an issue for me.
Yeah. I'm not, you know what? But then again, if somebody tell me my husband is DMing them, I need that information. Like, please let me know because I need to make another decision.
But this is the deeper thing, though, right? So once we have sex, and I think we talked about this a few weeks ago. Once you have sex, and I enter in and I deposit in, we're talking about really connecting on a whole nother level, right? Like we're talking about building. If whether you believe in soul ties or not, we're talking about a connectivity, and you can think that casual sex has no effect or impact, but it does. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, just to be serious, if I've had sex with somebody else, I in my heart, I know that I probably should not hold on to this friendship. Yeah. As a man respecting my wife, I probably should not hold on to this friendship, period. You know what I'm saying? And it's just too much room to mess up. And not saying that I don't trust my wife.
Yes, that's what you're saying.
But I am saying I don't. No, I'm saying.
It's easy to slip back into.
Right. So why even put yourself in that predicament? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day.
And then on top of that,
I say slip figure.
Yeah. On top of that, even those times when you may get into arguments or you're having a hard day or a bad day or this or that, or your household isn't at peace. Not everyone knows how to deal with that. So.
Right. True.
Even for a man who does know how to deal with that, we've seen this happen in multiple other relationships to where they go confide in a female friend, and if it's something they've already spent that time with, come on, bro. Yeah. It's just smart. And for me, I say no as well. I say no for myself, and I say no for her. But for myself is because, like you said, I have a lot of female friends. The last thing I need is anyone trying anything. Period. I don't even need that to try to come up. Nah, bro. I'm gonna cut all that off from the jump. Have my wife to feel any type of way.
Yeah, and that's just about respect. So obviously she doesn't respect me. Obviously she doesn't respect me.
I don't respect none of y'all. Y'all weak.
Yeah, obviously she doesn't respect me. But this is the thing too. So
but obviously I do respect him because even though I don't agree with him, I still I'm not friends with my ex. Because
I'll kill. No,
I won't kill. But because it is a respect thing, because I don't see anything wrong with it, but because he doesn't like it, I don't do it. So
that's an important thing in marriage.
That is very important. Yeah,
it's compromise. At the end of the day, do I care about how my ex feels because I don't talk to him, or do I care about how my spouse feels because I talked to this last nigga? Dude. So I care about my spouse.
Exactly.
So that's what it definitely boiled down with us. If you're willing to hold on, if you got to hang on to something,
there's something there.
Yeah, that's a problem. If you're fighting to hang on to something, and this makes your wife or your partner feel uncomfortable, then what are you saying about that relationship? What do you value? You know what I mean?
Unless the person's being unreasonable and it's abusive and they're trying to isolate you to not have any friends,
that's a little
then
different.
You gotta fight for it. You gotta be like, look, now
my mama's my mama. No, that's
But I feel like your significant other has a fresh lens, so they can see these interactions between you and this person. And if, as a female perspective, if I'm reading these messages and I'm just like, and you're sitting here like, oh, this is just how we normally talk, kiki. But I'm seeing some comments and I'm just like, she's trying to be slick, because I know that talk. I know how that goes. I Game recognizes game. Okay, I see what you're saying, and if you keep going, we're gonna have an issue.
She's trying her best not to bring up an example, but she's touching on everything from an example. Like, come on.
Well, I thought you was talking about my example, but we ain't gonna go there. So,
but we've been very open since the beginning, so we've always had each other's passwords and everything like that. So, you know, if I see something, I'm like, I don't like the way that this is going. Then I feel like, you know, your significant other can like, they have a BS meter. So like if I see something, or if like a guy friend said something and, you know, he was like, this was crossing the line. And I'm like, oh, this is just how we normally play, but explain to me why. Like, what was it that crossed the line so that I know? And then I can make a decision from there. Okay, this was worthy enough to shut that down because obviously something further is going.
And in all honesty, that's very true. A new significant other does have that fresh lens, because I mean, I have an example of an ex that she thought she had a friend that was gay. Like, she was like, he's gay, it's totally good. And then a few months later, he tries to get at her. And I would tell you, I told you from the jump, like, I don't care if homie's gay or not. Like, it's not working like that, bro. Like, no.
She told you the half truth. He was bisexual, really.
Yeah.
Transformer. Oh, okay. Yeah, it don't matter. Anything. We ain't having it. Period.
Whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Next question. Before I get myself in trouble.
Yeah.
We did good by not getting canceled last week, and you.
Right, I almost just cussed him out like just a few seconds ago because I don't play around.
You know, I didn't mean it that way. All right. Question is: should your spouse have access to all your social media and passwords? You don't gotta write it down.
Passwords
to your phone. Yes or no?
If you ain't got nothing to hide, you have no issue with that.
I don't care about none of that.
I don't care.
His face been on my phone since that fingerprints, everything.
It hasn't. I just added my face to your phone.
Your fingerprint was on it, so just
we ain't got fingerprints no more. We got fingerprints.
You got face now.
Like, typing in the code.
Why your eyes gotta be open when that face? You know, can't nobody make your thing open while you sleep. Like your eyes gotta
open. Whatsoever.
I've even done, like, if I was like looking this way and it won't work until I turn my eyes, just my eyes though. If I look at it, then it'll open. But my face, it won't just open if my eyes are looking a different way. I thought that was kind
of that's pretty dope.
Like, okay, Apple security.
It even recognizes you with glasses. Like, I do mine. Obviously, I don't wear glasses. But like when I work, I'll be wearing like my safety glasses. It'll still recognize me. I was like, oh shoot, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, they're totally profiling you so they can catch you when you become a criminal. But it's okay. Go ahead.
Literally.
Yeah, so I'll just agree. This one was kind of a short, snippy one. If you don't have anything to hide, I don't see why it would be an issue to have each other's passwords or whatnot. I will say though, because we talked a little bit about controlling earlier though, like sometimes people use things in situations to control and be very, I guess, like I don't want to say protective, but really just possessive, like, right? Yeah, just be really possessive. But at the end of the day, again, if you guys do have trust within your relationship, I don't see why it would definitely be a problem. Somebody just tapped in, just Janine Nicole. What's that? She said, I just hand the phone over. There's no need to hide. I typically don't ask for his phone and vice versa. Yeah, that's how, we are at this point in time as well. I was a little tilted when she first met me. So yeah. So anyway, but right now, like, yeah, if you actually see the phone, like, yeah, you use the phone.
I feel like if it's a thing, like, just because you have the power to look, even though like we have each other's passwords, that doesn't mean that I'm going in there looking for them, because as my mom told me, if you go looking for it, you're going to find it.
You're going to find something like it. You might not even find it. You're going to find something that seems like what you're looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I would much rather, I already made that mistake. I was just looking for something. I was a little too high in the history.
What you mean she gonna bring her cookies to work for you to taste? Like, hey, she bakes cookies the whole time. Oh, okay.
Girl Scout. They're Girl Scout.
Right. Just looking for something. But yeah, just because you can does not mean you should.
That's right.
Boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right. So next question. This is y'all question here.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Are you sure?
Place the line items in order
That's easy.
Oh yeah.
Family, God, and children.
Family, God, children.
Oh, that's an easy one too. That's easy for me.
Right? Sure.
Woo, wait a minute. Family is children.
Not family. It's
I was gonna say family.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Spouse, and then yeah. Man, F them kids. No, I'm just kidding. All right. I'm gonna give you mine right here. Boom.
It looks like we all agreeing.
Yeah, let's see what.
Well, dun dun dun.
Oh.
She had to get the biggest board she could find.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, I think we all in agreement. We all in agreement. Hey, let me tell you like this.
He was like, we could make another one. And I was like, sir.
I mean, that's the truth. Like, when I was a kid, I heard I want to say it was a pastor talking about that. And he went through that. They lost their first child, and it was either the spouse or the child. And it was very hard because most people say the child, mostly the woman. But I was like, no, I want my partner. I want my wife, the person who God placed on this earth for me. Yeah. We can make another child, even though how harsh that may sound and how terrible that may sound. It's the truth.
Yeah. I mean, it's the truth. But what if you're blended? So Demar and I are blended. So we have children not with each other. So, that it gets a little bit touchy when it's a step situation. But I think we're old enough and mature enough. We handle it very, very well. But that's still the proper order. It still should be God, spouse, children.
Yeah.
And the key is to choose a spouse that puts God first with you, so that you guys both together can put the children rightly in line.
In their place. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, but really though.
Yeah. Really, if it says he's supposed to be the head of household, then I can't put anyone else above that.
Yeah, if you have not chosen, and this is the first step in your relationship, choosing the right person, right? If you have not chosen a person that you can trust, to lead and to parent your children correctly, then it's all bad. Because at the end of the day, when we have blended families and their stepchildren, stepdads and whatnot, I had a stepdad. Like, I know off top, I was like, man,
you ain't my daddy.
You know what I'm saying? I can't stand you, big head, big country. You ain't my daddy. And we did him so dirty, like, you know what I'm saying, for years. And I'm so glad that we blended or reconciled, and we have a great relationship now. But yeah, we did him dirty.
He's a good dude. Like, we could just call him and be like, hey, we need this, and he's on it. Like, he's a good dude. I mean, when you're young though, you like, who is this dude with my mom? Like, and coming here trying to tell me what to do. My mom don't even rule like that. My mom lets us talk through things. Like, and you coming up here and telling me my way is the law. Like, bruh, who are you? Get out of our house.
Yeah. So yeah, it's totally different when it's blended, but still at the end of the day, you do want somebody that you can trust to lead, the family. That I don't mind if my wife made a decision and she said no, then I stand aside with her because I know that it was a good decision. It wasn't an emotional choice. It wasn't, it was an emotional choice. So
I wasn't trying to get back at the kids or him or their mama.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't even get down like that.
And even if it's in the moment, one thing that we do is we always watch our nephews. If she says something to them and say, for example, didn't know something that happened before, or if they already did that, instead of me coming up and saying, hey, you should do this, no, I'll pull her aside, or we'll pull each other aside and we'll talk independently and let each other know. We don't do that in front of everyone. Then we'll say, okay, what's the decision based on it together? Because then the children just see you arguing and, well, I can go to daddy for this, or I can go to mommy for this.
And that's the plot. That's the whole plan, is to get you guys to argue, so we can be like, they can be like, yep, see, another one bites the dust. You understand? So somebody just said it right here. Phyllis just said, that doesn't sit well with my daughter's father because he feels that I'm putting my fiance over my daughter. But for me, the balance in the house comes from the top and flows down. I like that.
Just like the anointing, right? Baby. The anointing, put that oil right there and it flows down, baby.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because at the end of the day, like, it's not his house. This is your house. It's y'all. Somebody just said that. Matter of fact, she said, "This is our house."
Our house. That's okay, that's your step.
Straight up, yeah. Right. So yeah, what we decide, what I decide, that's what's happening tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly how. And you can't talk in front of them kids because they will use that against you. Boy, I tell you what. We did it, so I know it's possible. Yeah. Okay, what's next, sir?
All right. Next question here is boom, 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 boom. Oh, I like this one. Okay. How important is it? And what are you doing?
I didn't do nothing. I'm just minding my own business.
How important is it for individuals in a relationship to maintain their own separate identity?
Mm-hmm. Well, we are one. So,
yeah, but we're not.
But we are.
We're one, but a quarter has a head and a tail.
But we're not.
But we're one. You can't spin the tail of a quarter without spinning the head of the quarter.
Ooh. Okay, that was good.
That was good. I can't. That was a good one.
Okay.
Look, I didn't have no comeback. You better watch your mouth.
Give me 25 cents. You better
have nothing for it either. You better watch your mouth. Anyway. Look. This is why go ahead. Let me hear what you got to say.
I don't know. Like that's a hard one because again, going back to us starting so young, we were still figuring out who our own identities were. So it was something that I definitely struggled with because for one, I never even saw myself as a person that would be in a long-term serious relationship or like even married. I just wanted to focus on my career and I was just going to do me, just be by myself. Like that's just how I was never that kid that like dreamed about weddings or anything like that.
Until she met this fine specimen of a man.
Right. Turned her out.
Yeah.
Put a baby in and said,
shut up the club. What?
So like once we were in that situation and I now was faced with becoming a partner and becoming a wife, which is something that I had never had like formulated like who I would be as that person. I was definitely struggling and like even just at 19 and 20 trying to figure out who I was, where I was going. And my mom, that was like her biggest thing because she saw how like connected we were. I mean, we were conjoined at the hip. Okay. Right. There wasn't nowhere he was going. If he was going to work, I was outside. I was outside of work. We were at work together.
I brought a line. Okay.
He was working overnight. I was staying
on cars.
I was staying in the car. We would talk on the phone. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. The attachment was real, but it's toned down now just a little bit.
Y'all still holding hands right now, though, right?
But that was my mom's like biggest concern was that I continued to develop who I was as just Moniece, just by myself, so that way I did have something to bring to the table, that my whole identity was not his, just being with him. Yeah. But as like our first year being married, I felt like all I was Isaiah's wife. Because at the time, so many things were happening in our lives and he was progressing and moving and it wasn't my time, which is something that I learned to accept. But I went through that first year just feeling like Isaiah's wife. And so I had to learn how to be Isaiah's wife, but also Moniece, also me doing what I need to do, doing what I'm passionate about and going after that.
I agree. I think it's very important for you to stay yourself. Once you find yourself, and that's what was harder for us, like she said, because we didn't fully find ourselves yet. I mean, we're still learning ourselves because we're still so young. But it's very important to stay yourself. That's why it kind of takes us back to the clothes thing. That's why I was like, no, I don't want you to change just because you got into this relationship or just because you got married. what you were doing before. If that's who you were, if you liked wearing these type of shoes, or if you liked wearing this type of clothes or whatnot, still be yourself. Now you have a significant other to think about, to be respectful too, but still be yourself. Never change yourself. And that's those times I always would say, or if that would come up, I'll be like, no, what do you want to do? Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to do something that I don't want to do. And I learned that at a young age. That's why I kind of came into it sooner, because I was always used to doing things for my family. Okay, what do you need? What do you need? And I didn't know anything that I truly liked. That's why when I got independent, I was like, nah, I'm doing what I need to do.
Right. You know, my grandmother, she used to tell me, she said, before you get into a serious relationship, go buy yourself something nice. Buy your first watch. Do you. Like, learn who you are. Date yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're not able to do that, then how can you even show or tell somebody what you actually want or need in a relationship, right? We had went to counseling, which I suggest and promote for anybody in relationship, getting into a relationship or whatnot. I would always say counseling, right? It's not end of the, a resolution for tragedy or trauma. It's maintenance, like a tune-up on a car, right? So if there's nothing happening or going on in our relationship, we'll still like want to tap in and go through marital counseling or whatnot, because it's good to just keep the tune-up going, right?
Absolutely.
But I will say this though, as far as being one thing that I know that I learned in counseling is that once you start losing yourself, like, you'll start to regret, your relationship, and you'll regret the choices that you made with your partner. Yeah. When we say that we are one, because when we say that we're one, we have one vision, like we're going the same route, right? We're going in the same direction. Yes. We have like the same moral compass. We're grounded. Our core values are pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? That's when we say that we're one. But I have my own identity. I have my own passions. I have my own drives. I have my own things that make me who I am. Yep. And to say that, to not even or dismiss that would be dismissing what God created, right? He created us each individual, and he gave us each our own purpose, right? My purpose is not just to be Khadijah's husband.
Although it is his favorite part of his life.
It is my favorite part of my life. But that's not my sole purpose in life, right? I have purpose, and she does too. So, like, I would say, and this is like a big thing. I think this conversation is like a big conversation for a lot of people, because and especially when you go to church, it's a churchy conversation. The language is like, we are one. We want. No, we are on the same team. We have one team. We have one goal, and many goals in mind, but they're all going in the same direction. But I am my own self, and she is.
It really sounds like he keeps saying that, like he's talking to me.
I'm my own.
Like, I'm confused.
Is this something that you ever do? Like, what you trying to do?
I'm me.
Why I have to get bigger than you?
I'm tired of it.
My ear and everything.
Right. I'm like, what's happening?
Look. Every time we used to go into these different circles, like, with heck of like clergy and all that, they'll be always like, "Oh, that's Khadijah's husband." They don't even know my name. They just be like, "Khadijah's husband."
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Everybody
knows.
They
would not say Khadijah's husband. They would say Pastor Khadijah's husband. So that's a little bit different.
Slow key.
Yeah. Remember
I get Pastor DeMar's wife, so it's even now. We good.
I'm sorry, but I ain't never heard nobody say that. Where Khadijah at?
Right. She got her own name. I don't even got my own name.
Well, that's just because we go to places. But anyway, I still want to dress alike. I know we have several identities. I still want to dress alike or match or something. Like, I be wanting to wear the queen and have him wear the king, and he's like, I'm not wearing that. Like, he'll have his king shirt on, and I'll go put my queen shirt on. Like, at the last minute, we're getting ready to walk out the door, and he just will throw a sweater on over it or something.
See, I had to tell her that when we first started dating, because I'm a sneaker. And she's like, I want to match with you. I had to be like, baby, you're not. You know why? Because I've been collecting for a minute. I'm not buying you all these shoes. Now we can. I will try to copy you the same pair if I win them. But at the end of the day, that's like $300-$400 per.
So in my mind, that means whatever you can't get, whatever I don't have, you don't wear.
Period. Damn. You can wear it when we're not together.
Now this is getting stupid.
You can wear it when we're not together. This is getting stupid. We need to be Jada and Will when we step out.
We're not in.
We don't.
Now I've compromised. And we'll color code, like we'll be in the same color. You know what I'm saying? We'll do that.
Most of the time, I pick it out first. Most of the time, I pick out my outfit first, and he will coordinate with me. And I'd be like, "Really?"
I do that. No. I do that because of sneakers. Because I pick what I wear off of my sneakers. I look and say, "All right, what pair of shoes am I wearing?" I have a lot of different color sneakers, so I'm like, "All right, what am I gonna wear?" Now, if she comes out with this different color and I come out with a fresh pair of sneakers that I ain't wore, that's probably still dead stock, why are you wearing those? I just want it. All right, let me just wear the same thing as you.
I just want to be me.
Okay, so we all agree separate identity is good, but every now and then.
Occasional matching.
They don't will. Occasionally. Okay.
Occasionally, yeah. Occasionally. Yeah. I done seen some people like same shoes, same pants, same shirt. I don't like it. That's a little ridiculous.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
That's a little ridiculous. Same hairstyle. That's a little ridiculous. Well, okay. This is the last question. I did that on purpose. Okay, last question.
I can't put mine in a full bun yet, so just me.
You're looking good, bro.
Let me live.
Sir. Okay, how much marital business? I got one thing, honey. How much marital business should be shared with family or friends?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Let me cross my arms.
Yeah, that's not even a hard question for me. Yes, Janine, yes. Same here. Janine says very minimal.
Very minimal should be shared with him.
Very minimal, yeah. I think unless you're in danger and you're having to write help on the window, help, you know what I'm saying? Then yeah. But you know, when you tell your parents about an argument that you guys are having, they already protective, you know what I'm saying? So they've already now created something in their mind that this person's a bad person. You've forgiven them. Now we all at the barbecue and everybody side eyeing me, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And I'm like, why are they looking at me so crazy? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't know that we just made up, you know what I'm saying, and did the Dougie. You feel me? Yeah.
I especially don't tell my mom or my dad because they like him better. So I want to keep him on my side. I don't want to give them no more reason to like him more. So I don't be telling them nothing, or I might tell a little bit of a skewed version to make sure that I'm still coming out on top. So very minimal is key because I got to keep what leg up I do have just by being their child.
But no, we agree. We're pretty private when it comes to family. I mean, we're private, period. But we're pretty private when it comes to family because just like what you said, we don't need another individual in the family holding resentment or a grudge towards your significant other. You don't need that at all. Yeah. I mean, it could be difficult enough if your mother may not already like your significant other for some reason, which I wouldn't. That's on y'all. But that added on, you guys get into an argument or something, or you guys had a big fight and now you're running to your mom or your sister or anyone like that. Nuh-uh. You don't need
I think the exception. Right. I hear you say. But I think the exception is when you have someone in your family that's your wise counsel. Of course, caveat is that they have to be married or have been married successfully in order to even advise you. So
and wise.
Yeah, I just said that. Wise.
Because some people wise counsel stupid.
And they need to be neutral as well because we have that same situation as well, and it's very important to be neutral. Like if I was to come to our person who counsels us, even though they are family, and they need to be able to tell me, no, Isaiah, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, period.
Yeah.
Go back home. You're wrong. You're tripping. And we're the same thing.
I think for sure, my mom everybody likes Damar more than me anyway. So
Hi, Mom. No, I'm kidding.
So, and my mom keeps it 1,000, so she don't mind, let me know when I'm wrong. Rarely, but she will let me know, pull my cord. But I do use my mom as a sounding board, like very, very rarely. I want to say maybe out of all of the little spats or what do you call it? Disagreements that we've had, I probably have talked to my mom maybe about twice over our whole marriage, over our whole relationship. I probably have gone to my mom maybe twice.
I don't do nothing though, so there's that. I'm always in the right, and I'm just a respectful young man who never has done anything in his relationship but love you the right way.
Just sitting over here being great. That's all I'm doing.
And being me. I'm just being me.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm sitting a little too close to come down. Quick. I'm not trying to get struck tonight, okay?
Right. There's no lightning in the vicinity. However.
Let me see what somebody just said real quick. So Janine says, I agree, Khadijah. I have one person in the family who is always unbiased. Always important, right? They will speak to both me and my husband and tell us the truth when we can and what we can do to get past it. Yeah, you gotta have something. And let me say this too, like in relationships, period, right? And this is not just parents. If you guys do not have a mentor, like somebody to hold you accountable and pull your coattail, then you are in danger, right? Yeah. If you are the only person that, you're accountable to, besides, of course, God, but God has given us folks that we can be accountable to, right? So if you do not have someone, what I often find in relationships is that men will have a mentor, somebody they can go to, but it's not often that women have mentors as well that they can go to, right? If everybody should have an accountability partner, men and women. And if you don't have, I'm not talking about Susie and Flojo that be back there like, girl, you just need to leave because he ain't Susie. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that's really, about, some wisdom, that has some wisdom.
Your success.
And that has been in a relationship or is in a relationship, like you said, a successful relationship. Not going to get advice from single Sally. You feel me? Straight up.
Yeah.
They don't know that. They're too young.
I know. Anyway. So
nod.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about that? Did I just answer it all?
Yeah, basically.
I did. I'm sorry. All right. What about accountability partners? What do you feel about that?
Do you feel that they have to be, your accountability partner has to be married?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh.
I can answer this. And I'll let them answer it first.
No, you got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll answer it. Just because one of my accountability partners, he's not married yet. Hopefully he's gonna get married soon enough. But he's not married yet. And he has kept me accountable for years. He's the person who would pull a plug in a second, like, bro, you're straight tripping. Right. And he now that he's very good friends with my wife, now he'll call my wife in a second and be like, hey, Zay's doing woo. He's never had to because I don't do nothing, But he is the very first person. He is that sounding board, someone that I can talk to. Hey, bro, I'm going through this. Yeah. And even though he's not married yet, he's still very wise for where he's at. So I don't think they have to exactly be married. Now, I don't go to him for marriage advice because he's not married. Right. I'll make that a point. I do not go for marriage advice.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
I agree. My accountability partner is not married. I am hoping for a big African wedding. So
let me know.
She gonna kill me when she sees this. But I am hoping for that so that she can also be on the other side of that. But definitely I know that that's one person that I can go to and be like, blase, this is how I'm feeling. And she'd be like, girl, if you don't turn your butt around, go tell that man you're sorry and sit down somewhere. Like,
blase, I'm gonna need you not to say that. You don't know where that's from. You don't need to be nah, bro.
Like, well, my accountability partner is a man, so And they give me wise counsel.
Who's your accountability partner?
It's my business because we're not the same person. I am me.
I'm gonna throw this can of wax on you. Okay, so
I was just gonna let it slide on the radar. I was looking at his face. He gonna let
right.
it slide?
I can't hold my face.
Everybody knows who it is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who it is.
Yeah. So we have some we have spiritual partners too, right? Mm-hmm. So we have partners that speak to us spiritually, that feeds us and gives us input, and then we have and I don't have to all my partners are not saved either. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have somebody that's not saved as well. Nor, like you said, in a relationship, somebody else said the same thing. I'm still tripping on who's your man apart of the conversation. Oh shit! I was gonna say, bro, I don't know.
He wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight had I not gave him that.
I sure would. I almost drank the rest of this juice just now, just to swallow what was in my throat. Anyway. Woo! Okay. My stomach feels better. Anyway, I don't even think they have to be like in church. They don't have to be saved or whatnot. But there's going to be people that are in your life that speak to certain areas of your life.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that. Okay. Is there?
Wait, where is it? How can I get this right? As long as it's confidential, that's all I need. I don't need me telling you what's going on and you running back and telling my dude, because it's between me and you, and you know I embellished a little bit. So
he tell me anyway, and I'll be like, "Man, she lying." He tell me everything. I'll be like, "She lying."
Don't fact check me. Just know this how I felt in the situation. Right. So that's how it came across, and that is
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was all that we kind of had today, but I did want to announce something. So I think what we want to start doing is when we do these weekly check-ins or whatnot in the exchange, we are loving the engagement that we've been having with Facebook and our peoples here. So thank you guys for tapping in. Thank you, Janine, today. Thank you, Phyllis, as well. She's always like just kind of on it. She's a ride or die as well. So I really appreciate you guys just kind of tapping in with us. We want to give out a couple of shirts. Like we're gonna do some merch or something like that. So we want to kind of get out some free merch for those who have been tapping in with us. So we kind of tallying up some of these comments or whatnot, and those who have engaged the most. I think we're gonna pick the top 3, and then we're gonna send you guys a little DM, okay? Mm-hmm. Little DM, and then we'll get your information and we'll send something out to you guys. We'll do that. Also, we just wanted to kind of promote. We are all about black business. So even let's say that, check this out.
Blackity black.
You gotta be blackity black though, right?
Black.
So let's say that you have some ailments. Let's say that you have some issues. Let's just say that you want a little something for your throat. This is right here. This is that good Cola's Sea Moss. I don't know if you have.
Oh, wait, hold on. I was trying to focus on me. Is this how they do it for the makeup?
The makeup video. They be like,
it still ain't working. All right, Cola's Sea Moss. Cola's Sea Moss. And you can reach her at www on IG and on Facebook at Cola's Sea Moss. But she's at www.colasseamoss. That's KOLAHSSEAMOSS.com. We're gonna put it in the comments down here, or we're gonna put it on the ticker. Where are we putting that? Let me see if he spelled it right.
I think so.
KOLASHSEEM. Oh, like AAMOS. Okay, that's cool. I can't say the word. I can't say the letters.
I got second place in the spelling.
He did good. But this one right here is the strawberry lime, y'all. Fire. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you right now, fire. So this is supposed to help men with their junk. This is supposed to help you lose weight. This is supposed to help your breath if it stank. This is supposed to help heck of stuff like hair growth, like nail. Edges. It's supposed to clean up your skin. I'm drinking it for the edges, y'all. Okay, y'all know me. I'm out here in these non-edges street. Okay, so I'm trying to get mine back. Okay.
Wait, but Demar said he was selling some the other day. He was selling some edges.
So, I got edges for sale, for straight up.
I ain't buying it.
When I go to the barbershop, I just keep a collection of edges. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
our hair texture is different.
Hit me on my DM. I got edges for sale. 2 for anyway. Yeah, so this is the website to go to.
Cola Sea Moss. This one, like I said, strawberry lime. She has mango, strawberry. She has elderberry and lime and some other ones too. Man, go get it. It tastes delicious. You can't taste no sea moss in it. You know, it tastes delicious. It's not super thick. It don't taste like Pedialyte or nothing like that. It kind of tastes like, this strawberry lime kind of tastes like, what's that one at Jamba Juice that has like the tsunami, the strawberry surf rider? It used to be strawberry tsunami, strawberry surf rider. That's what this tastes like. Fire. You can drink it really straight out the refrigerator, freeze it, shake it, drink it. Cola Sea Moss, y'all go get y'all sea moss.
Yeah, and then you guys also again, so we do would love, we want to promote Black business. Yes. So like if you guys have a business or whatnot for us to promote on one of the shows, please DM us, send us a message so that we can get your information and that we can chop it up, connect and share. It is about networking. Right. It's about building each other up. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show today. We'll be back. Well, I don't know if you guys will be back because you like trying to have a baby. I don't know if you're really trying or not. Like, when is your due date? This week?
Thursday.
Okay. So y'all might be back next week. Okay.
Well, we'll be back. Now, if they gonna be here next week, we don't know yet. We can't tell. But we'll be here. And
she ain't going a week longer. Okay, let me tell you that.
Well, I will, and I don't mean to scare you, but I was 2 weeks late on my first and 1 week late on my second.
I rebuke that.
They were going because they were back in the day. They didn't induce until you worked 2 weeks, and I was literally the day before I was going to be induced, and then he came. So
see,
He said no.
Tariq is stubborn. I knew it.
He's right now. Okay.
Still. All right. So again, to our listeners, our viewers, and whatnot, you guys have a wonderful weekend. The end of your weekend. Zay, this is a financial card. Can you tell us really quick about this, real quick?
This is my financial, not my business, but I do work in Homes Financial. I'm a life insurance agent. That is my specific business. And here's my card right here. So if you need any help with life insurance or annuities, please feel free to get in contact with me. My phone number is on the card, 916-221-1038. You can also email me at isaiah@homesfin.com. Any questions, any help, please feel free.
Okay.
All right, y'all go get that life insurance. Stop having them fish fries.
Man, no more fish fries.
And get your babies insured too. Babies need insurance too.
Okay. Yeah. I'm this time. You know how the pastor keep closing. Like this is really the close, right? This is the third one. But this is it. All right.
It's gotta be 3.
Stop playing the music over there. This is it. Okay.
I had one more thing. No, I'm just playing.
I got a praise report.
Got a praise report. I got a prayer request. Everything.
A little song to sing, huh?
On my heart.
All right, so for real, y'all. See y'all later. Thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Maybe.